is Tanvir Muhammad Masood, and in this YouTube video I'll be talking more about the various aspects that are basically taken care of when any foreign company tries to establish its offices out here in India. When foreign companies or foreign entities invest in India or any part of Indian continent for that matter. So setting up of various offices are required when any foreign company is establishing its branch in India. First and foremost office that is basically required to be established is LISO office. LISO office basically acts as a link between the head office or the main office and the office which is located out here in India. For example, the main office or the head office is located somewhere, say in US, and the head office, the Indian office is located somewhere in Delhi for that matter. So this is how it works. The LISO office acts as a link between the two, the head office and the office that is basically located out here in India. And the most interesting part of LISO office is the fact that it cannot undertake any financial transaction. No monetary transaction can be undertaken in a LISO office, except from the fact that all sorts of research and developmental works can be undertaken. Works which are basically associated with finding out what all, exploring what all opportunities are available for potential prospects who can basically invest out here, and other aspects that are basically part and parcel of developmental and R&D work. So this is LISO office is all about. And another important thing that needs to be taken care of is the fact that LISO office basically does not require the approval of RBI for its establishment. Reserve Bank of India is assent or RBI's permission is not required for establishing a LISO office. And the second office that needs to be established is the branch office. The branch office basically is that office that looks into the financial aspects as well as aspects which are associated with R&D, aspects which are basically part of developmental work, aspects such as professional consultancy services. These sort of things are basically taken care of in a branch office. All sorts of developmental work takes place out here. Export and import of the products that are basically part and parcel of the company, that is basically taken care of as well. And services in IT, information technology, software development, all these things are basically taken care of in the branch office of the company or of the foreign company that is establishing its office out here in India. If we try and analyze the functions of a branch office in a nutshell, we would basically find that functions such as development and professional services, consultancy services, aspects such as promoting of technical and financial collaboration between the Indian unit and the foreign unit, that is basically taken care of in a branch office. Technical help is given to the products that are basically supplied by the parent company or the group companies for that matter. So all the technical part as well as developmental part is taken care of in the branch office. And last but not the least office that needs to be established is the project office or site office, which we call it in a very technical term. Now, site office basically is that part wherein the project-related work is carried out, work which is specific to the development of that particular project for which the company, for which the foreign company has established its office out here in India. So, project-specific work is basically carried out in a project office or a site office for that matter. And financial aspects or financial part is also taken care of in project office. Any sort of financial dealing can be remitted to the foreign office, or rather it can be written out here in the Indian office as well. So this is basically called the project office or the um, side office. And if a foreign company wants to establish its business in India, it has to basically take care of all these aspects. First and foremost, office that needs to be established is the license office, second the branch office, and third the project office. And license office, as I said, is acts as a link between the head office or the main office and the Indian office, and no financial collaboration or no financial dealing takes place out here in the license office, and permission of RBI is not required. While a branch office, when the company or when the foreign office wants to establish its branch office, it has to basically carry out those parts which are basically functional in nature, like export and import of goods, technical collaboration, financial collaboration between the Indian company and the foreign company, as well as services in IT and development of software, technical help that is required for the product development. All these things, the functional part is taken care of in the branch office, while project office, as I said, project office deals with project-specific work or work which is specific to the establishment of the project out here in India, and it may deal with the financial part as well. It may remit the certain amount of finance outside India in the foreign office, or it can retain certain amount of finance in India as well. So this basically requires adherence of RBI guidelines, and RBI's permission is required while carrying out project-specific work in the site office or the project office for that matter. This is all about the foreign company trying to establish its office in India, how basically it has to adhere by certain rules and regulations. It has to establish, at least 3 offices which would act as a coordinator between each one of them, so that all the activities become correlated to each other, and that there won't be any sort of hassle in carrying out or rather in meeting its objective of implementing that particular project out here in India.